Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to use the face retouch extension of CameraX in native Android application with Kotlin. So let's get started. So first I'll show you the output. I have recorded the output. So first I'll just play this video. So here first we have to give camera permission, and here you can see the extension is available. Now I personally don't know what this face retouch does. I have captured the image, and here you can see I think it enlightens and like it makes the face of a person more in focused, but I don't know. I couldn't really find anything different than using without the extension. So if you know, do let me. Like if you want to see the documentation, I'll just show you that as well. Here you can see face retouch. It says that it retouches face, skin tone, geometry and so on when taking still images, but I don't know, like I didn't find anything different. So first, as usual, I have created an Android application. I'm using empty views, so XML, but if you want you can use Jetpack Compose as well. Then here inside build.gradle.kts we have added few dependencies. First one is libs camera core, then the camera 2, then the camera lifecycle, then the camera view, and then the camera extension as well. Then you need to go to libs.versions.toml, and here you need to add this camera core as well. So here you need to add few dependencies. First one is camera extension, camera lifecycle, camera view, camera 2, and then camera core. Then you will see a sync now button. Just click on it, it will download all the dependencies for you. Then you need to go to android manifest.xml from over here, and here you need to add this uses feature of Android hardware camera, then the camera permission, and write external storage permission as well. Then you need to go to activity underscore main. Here is our preview view where we pass the ID, we set the width and height to it as well, and we constrain it to all sides of the screen. Then here we have our button as well where we pass the ID, we set the width and height of wrap content, and we constrain it to the bottom of the screen. And the text is take photo. So yeah, we have already showed you the Android manifest where we use the uses feature of Android hardware camera permission as well as write external storage. So yeah, and the last thing is, let's go back to main activity. So hopefully I have shown you this, like you have forgot whether I have shown you this or not. So these are all the things which you need to add over here, and here you need to add the camera core dependency, and here you need to add these all dependency as well. Okay, then let's go back to main activity. So there are a lot of imports, so feel free to pause the video and just copy all these imports that are there. Okay, then here we have the image capture, then the camera executor service. Here is our preview view. Here we are requesting for multiple permissions, and if all permissions are granted, then this value will be true, else this will be false, and if it is false we display a toast message, else we just start our camera. Then inside on create we initialize our viewfinder. If all permissions are granted we start our camera, else we call request permission. On click of our button we just call take photo. Inside take photo we just check whether image capture is not equal to null. Then here we do get hold of our simple date format. Then here we get hold of our content values where we pass the display name, the MIME type, and if Android version greater than P we also set the relative path. Then here we do image capture dot output file options, passing in the content resolver as well as the external content URI. Then we do image capture dot take picture, we override on error as well as on image saved, and once image is saved we get the URI of the image. You can display the image with the help of this as well, and I am displaying only a toast message. Then here inside start camera we get hold of our aspect ratio strategy as well as resolution selector. Then we get hold of our process camera provider. Then we do camera provider future.get. Then here is our extension manager, we add a listener to it. Then we just check whether this get hold of our extension manager, get hold of our default front camera. Then we check whether the extension is available or not, because in some devices, older Android devices, this is not available. So for this we are doing a fallback as well. So here we are just building our preview view. Here we build our image capture as well, and here is our selector. We unbind our camera, we bind it to the life cycle, and in case so here you can see we are passing the selector as well, right? So in case the extension is not available, then again we build our preview, we build our image capture, we unbind our camera, we bind it to the life cycle, but we are not passing any selector because we don't have it. And then at the end we just pass our context compat.get main executor over here as well as over here. Then here is our method called request permission. Here is another method called all permissions granted. Then inside on destroy we shut down our executor, and here we have one variable called file name format. and here we have another variable called required permission, where we pass the camera permission, and if Android version less than p, we also less than equal to p, we also require the write external storage permission. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.